All right, so another VP apparently has left WWE.
Yep. And did you
Stephanie
see
Fiondella? Fiondella? I don't know. Yeah.
Did you see the
Let's just see.
police and fire something department out in Delaware is suing Vince McMahon for fiduciary breach of contract? So it was a board member is suing him for breach of contract.
Oh, I think you talked. You said something last week about it, didn't you?
I hinted that they were going
something...
to, but it's official now. There's now two different organizations or people suing Vince McMahon independently, and the board is set to look at a small claim case against him later this month. So there's going to be a lot of things, all of which can and will postpone the sale of WWE.
Yeah, but now it looks like that sale is going to take a few months, if anything.
I mean, it's going to take 3 months minimum. Because it has to be approved by the SEC.
The full handover and all that shit. So, yeah. I did see that, next week is the 30th anniversary for Raw.
Yep.
So there's
supposed to be on there.
What's that?
He's supposed to be on there.
Vince is?
Yep.
I mean, so his first on screen.
Will be Monday 30th or Royal Rumble.
Which I mean, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It goes against everything he's been preaching about for the last 2 weeks.
It's. Yeah, but I don't know if it's. I don't know. He's gonna show up. He's gonna come out and talk still, no matter what. I mean, you're not gonna stop the dude.
Nope.
And it wouldn't surprise me if it's one big reason why he came back. But I guess, and they're also bringing back a lot of the Attitude Era.
They always do.
And yes, they do.
They always do. And then they're like, wonder why that episode didn't do very well. We have some of these old ass crusty people who are not active, and they're just there to be seen. I want Attitude Era. I want the actual Attitude Era being able to wrestle.
But do you think The Rock makes an appearance?
Nope.
Not until Rumble?
I don't think he makes an appearance at all.
Do you don't think he does at all?
Nope.
Really?
Yep. Because there's too much. I firmly believe there's too much at stake, and reading all these reports and everything that kind of back it up too, that him and Cena will not be seen for a while because there's too much at stake, and they don't want to be tied to Vince McMahon. And that's kind of where they're at right now. Of if they show up and they're underneath the new Vince regime and all that, then anything bad can technically look bad on them.
I do think.
Why didn't you guys not show up? Why did you guys show up? You knew Vince did this. Why did you do that? And it's just okay, well, there goes our reputation or whatever. And The Rock, if he supposedly has any political aspirations, he cannot be tied to Vince. So that's where it's going to come down to for him.
I don't know. I think he shows up. I do think one big way, because the XFL starts in 3 weeks. So I think he's going to have he'll show up at some point. If not Monday, it'll be Rumble. I think he shows up at one of the two.
He shows up, he's going to show up video, not in real life. He'll be video.
I mean, yeah, either way. I mean, either on screen or in person. I think he's on the show one way or another, Raw or Rumble, or both. I don't think he's going to be in the Rumble. I also don't think he does the whole feud with Reigns either. I think it's pointless for him to do it.
It makes no sense. I mean, would it be cool to watch? Kind of. But there'd be no sense of it ever taking place unless you're literally passing the torch from The Rock to Reigns and let Reigns win.
I think that time is past, though. Yeah, it's past for like the passing of the torch at that point, because Reigns has done it for so long without any of that, and he's been the champion for so long. I mean, what torch are you trying to pass at that point?
Well, Cena passed the torch when he faced Reigns.
Yeah, but they were still active in. He hasn't been. But how long was? Look at what Reigns had accomplished, opposed to what he's accomplished now.
Yeah, I know.
So, which maybe that was the passing at that point, but I don't think there's one from The Rock to Reigns.
There's nothing there.
No, but I do say I do think something, but I don't know what.
It's like an 100%. I think something.
I think something's gonna happen. I don't know where. I don't know when. I don't know
something
exactly where.
up here.
There's something. So I don't know. I just want Rumble to hurry up and get here because I'm excited for it. I'm a little more excited for this Rumble than I have been in a while.
Why?
I don't know, because I think there's a lot of stuff that hopefully will change, in the fact of hopefully Triple H has a little more input on it and McMahon doesn't fuck it all up.
Well, and where was it? Was it Wrestling Observer or Fightful? One of the reports said that Vince and Triple H have been in contact or talking, and Vince basically told him, you need to look into this character, look into this person, and kind of like, if you don't do it, you could be fired. So there's going to be, like, that's the reason why Charlotte Flair got the title versus anybody else, is because Vince was technically already there and had say on everything.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So SmackDown might be a little foreshadowing, and then obviously Raw. So.
Well, yeah, Raw's a throwaway. Even though it's the go home episode for Rumble, it's a throwaway episode because it's a highlight of the 30 years.
Yeah.
Monday Night
Raw. Yesterday's wasn't bad. I watched on Hulu. I watched it, so I don't know if I missed anything, but
I watched it live on TikTok.
The three matches they had the entire night that I saw.
Oh yeah, you missed a couple matches.
Okay, so I saw the three of, was it Judgment Day?
Yeah.
The six man match, and
I haven't watched the final
the
match.
Alpha Academy.
I dipped out.
What was the final? The 6-man? Yeah. Lashley won that one. So him in theory go at it, but yeah, I don't know. It's I want to try and watch Monday live, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, we'll see. The interesting thing I've seen a lot of is like people are, and again, give my hot take on it, but people are asking for like the all titles to be split to let Raw have their own and SmackDown have their own. Even though right now the US title is, of course, it's the only title, but it's one of the hottest storylines in Monday Night Raw outside of the Judgment Day and Dominic's stupid fucking gimmick. But I mean, we've seen more highlight of the US title than we have of the IC title. And
that's because of theory.
Well, yeah, but the IC title also feels like when Gunther first got it, it's like, hey, cool, this is gonna be a cool run, this will be a good run. But the moment they had him get a clean win over Strowman, just like, man, he's not that good. Gunther is not that good of a character that he should have been able to beat Strowman. Dirty tactics, sure. Imperium get involved and cost him the win, sure. But just a pin? No. No, come on. That was stupid. And Strowman's on a weird streak anyways right now. He should have been positioned higher, but who knows? I don't know why he would come back and be a jobber. Kind of what it feels like right now.
So something else that McMahon has done is he apparently filed some new stuff to SEC today that he
Yep.
no longer needs approval from the stockholders.
Yep.
So
He's
he
basically
has free
making
reign
it
to do
so
what
where
he
he has
wants.
yep. He doesn't have to give anybody notice of termination. He doesn't have to give notice of change of position or anything. So he's just making it basically so where he's 100% in control again. So I know in the last, whatever episode it was that we did the WWE thing, um, he'll be in control by WrestleMania. He will, and Triple H will be gone. And the interesting thing I'm seeing around is because a lot of people are wanting that. And I'll get back to the titles thing that we fucking escaped. But the interesting thing is if H leaves, does he just retire? Does he open up his own production? Because he has Stephanie McMahon, who's filthy rich. Why not? Or does he do dirty and go work for Tony Khan on AEW and help produce that show and say, okay, Vince, just so you know, so where everyone knows it's not you who made the product good, it was me. Here, let me take AEW to a whole new level. Let me show you what AEW could be and what it will be. Versus, it's a good show right now, but it could be so much better. And they were spotted at AEW event, both of them, Stephanie and Triple H.
Was that a real photo or was that Photoshop? 'Cause I saw that. I thought it was Photoshopped.
I thought it was Photoshop, but somebody pulled it from or say that you can find it on Stephanie's profile, and they had it like screenshot of Stephanie's profile. But then when you go search Steph's profile, it's gone, along with several other photos. So, yeah, I say it's probably a fake, but whoever faked it cleaned up all the lines incredibly, so you saw no residual pixelation behind them.
Yeah.
So, it would be cool though to see them say "fuck you, Vince" and head over to AEW, because you know AEW would get a big pop from that.
Oh yeah, it would.
Not that Tony Khan's not doing a good job.
Now
It's
you
just
have
he needs
different
somebody who
directions.
actually has. He needs somebody who actually knows the fucking business for years versus I'm a big wrestling fan. I have money. Let's go do this.
I mean, Kenny Omega has many years in it as
Yes,
well.
but he is an active wrestler. He doesn't need to be a CFO or whatever he is.
No,
Same with the Young Bucks.
isn't Jarrett involved in it as well?
Probably.
Because he had something, but that dude's so scorned right now with everything he's got going on.
And then you have JR. He's actively behind scenes too. And so is Big Show and Mark Henry. But again, they're not there so much to like help pull strings. They're there to micromanage.
Mhm.
If Tony wants this done, okay, let me help you with this. Let me help tutor these young guys. Versus Triple H and Stephanie coming in would be like, nope, look, your storylines are good, but this is how they need to be done better. Or you're not utilizing these characters right. Like MJF could get such a big pop, or get so much heat if they just tweaked certain little things.
Mhm.
But instead, they let MJF basically treat it like it's real life, which is cool. That's like the perk of wrestling is you want it to appear as real as possible. But then there becomes this oversaturation of your character, where if there's no like transparency, everyone's like, "Oh, well, you're just a piece of shit human being in real life too." Cool. Like you can't get away with that type of stuff anymore. It's one thing when Taker did it for 30 years and there was no social media for the better part of it, versus now you're underneath a microscope literally by everything.
Yeah, so, pretty much. It's true.
That's my opinion, but I bet you anything though. Vince is in full control. no later than WrestleMania, if not by Elimination Chamber.
Mm.
I no problem going on the record and saying he'll like all
I
this
think the
shady
company's
shit he's doing. You know,
see when's
and
Mania. That's what.
April something.
I guess it wouldn't be sold by then.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. That's when's this? April 1st and 2nd. So that's 3 months, just under
February,
3
March,
months.
April. Yeah, maybe. I don't.
They
I
could
think.
they could have it sold or at least like closing deal, and then basically saying, uh, night after WrestleMania, we're now officially Disney.
Yeah, or whoever. Or Saudi Arabia now owns us.
Which
So
again, the shareholders and the board was so against Saudi owning them and preventing the sale of it. And now that Vince has virtually 100% control and doesn't need any input from shareholders or board members, he could sell with no issue. He doesn't need anybody's approval. He can just say, I want to sell here. So that's the scarier part. However, I did see that there have been like nine or 10 wrestlers who have came forward and said, if you sell to Saudi, we will not work with WWE again. We will go. And there's a lot of backstage people too. The biggest name being Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I don't think they. I don't think they sell to them. I think you had said about just driving the price up by having them be contenders.
Yeah,
I don't think they sell to them.
They gouge it. Like the Perth even said that they overbid drastically.
Mm-hmm.
It was $8.6 billion. I think that's what they inputted the bid for.
And all the whole thing is everything he's doing. It's a power thing. I mean, hands down, you can tell that's exactly what it is. Is I am who I am. I can come in. I can do whatever the hell I want, regardless of what's happened to me. I can do what I want. Yep. This is my company. So he's pretty much checking everybody that ever thought that they could ever get anything over on him. Because, I mean, if you look at his dad was the same way. He took over territories, did everything he could to get where he was at, and granted, Vince didn't have to do a lot of that.
Vince had to do that still.
So, not to the point of like
Vince took out a lot of territories that were still around even after his dad. Because there's tons of documents you can go out there where like he took out a few of the ones that were in New York, a couple of, or not a couple, but several that were in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, a bunch of Florida, and then he gave up the ones in Florida.
Bought out, yeah.
Well, he absorbed them, bought out. He made some of them disappear.
And that was because the wrestlers that he took,
Yep.
So once he took the territories because they took the wrestlers, and once he just bought out straight up.
Yep.
But I think part of me thinks he won't sell.
No, he'll sell.
I think there's part of me that thinks he won't sell. Just the fact that he just wants to prove how much power he actually has to show it, and then
it's a dick measuring contest for him.
100%.
And
then he gives it all to Shane.
I have a feeling if he sells and when he sells, it'll come down to, okay, well, I will sell to you. Yeah, all these terms are great. And one of the terms are going to be, I remain in power. I control the product. You can have final say, you can buy the product and everything, but I still need to be in control of creative, or I'll be the best one for this. And you're seeing so many reports now that are like, well, I think Disney and Amazon and Warner Discovery have all came out and said, oh, we want to buy WWE. And if we do, Vince McMahon will not be allowed to be anywhere near the product.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, flat out said, nope, piss off. You're not going to be buying. Whereas you have like Saudis who have said, oh yeah, no, we would still let Vince be involved.
Yeah.
Or who was Comcast said they let him be involved as well. So it'll be interesting. I think if it gets sold
Mhm.
it will be just someone that allows Vince McMahon to still somewhat be in control somehow, whether creatively or the oversight of the company. He'll still somehow be a part of it, one way or another. Because that's what Vince does. I can't have my toy. Nobody can have my toy.
Oh yeah.
Petulant fucking child. Going 70-some years old.
Yeah, we'll see. Only time will tell. I think that's. I don't know.
Have you read the rumors of The Rock buying him?
Oh, buying WWE.
Mm-hmm. And
He doesn't have that much. He didn't have that much money.
He wouldn't need that much money. You just need to find a partner, like he did for the XFL. He doesn't own 100% of FXL.
No, it's one of the Khan brothers does, or co with him. Is it Nick? Okay,
Nick, yeah. And then his ex-wife also owns XFL. It's a 3-way partnership.
Oh, that's right.
He just has control over it.
Isn't Nick the one in WWE?
Yes.
Okay. And then his brother Tony, or
cousin, whatever Tony is.
Cousin, yeah.
But why not? Why not say, okay, cool. The Rock will be the face of it, and then have 2 other people come in and help. Jeff Bezos could do that. That's how Amazon could get a hold of it. Okay, Rock, here you go. Golden fucking platter. What do you want? Cool, we'll give it to you.
Yeah, he's talked about buying it or trying to or whatever. I can only imagine what the hell they're asking for it. I can only think they act some crazy ass fucking
stupid shit.
What's the price point at right now? Have they said?
I haven't read any like what the actual price point is. I've only read what Saudi Arabia has bid for, and it's the latest bid is $8.6 billion.
Billion.
Yeah.
So
that's why
it seems low.
That's incredibly high based off all the reports.
Really?
It was quote drastically higher than what the company would ever be worth, even at its peak.
Really? Okay.
So I assume they probably don't break $1 billion, and Saudi's just doing this to be like, hey, Vince, we got money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
But he literally had to sell his soul to the literal devil at that point. And
yeah.
I think that would be the death of WWE.
Well, I think we're looking at it now, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I want to say it is what it is, but it's not. I enjoy the
It's not. Yeah.
So. The title situation that I was talking about, how they're wanting to split the titles up so where every brand has it. And I was talking about the US is the tag team division one specifically. There's rumors that they're gonna split the SmackDown and Raw. And I got into it kind of with somebody on Twitter where I was like, no, that's stupid. Fucking tag team division is so damn small. Truly, unify the belts. Let's get back to one belt or one pair of belts, and these 2 people can traverse the brands. You want to take it one step further, combine it with the NXT tag belts, and this can traverse all 3 brands. Because the tag team division is not big. And right now you have Street Profits, New Day, Usos, maybe the Viking Raiders. Yep, and there's your tag team. There's really no one else. And yes, they have Hurt Business supposedly coming together. You have
Gable and Otis.
Yeah. But again, not really much of a push though. Never seen much of a push. They're more jobbers right now anyway, sadly. But so you go from 4 to 5, 6, okay. 7 if you include Judgment Day, but again, that team's still so fucking weird. They work together. They're helping Dominic technically, but still weird.
I mean, are they? Because if you watch the match yesterday, Dominic wrestled like, what's that?
He hasn't lost a match since being with Judgment Day.
Yeah, but look at how much he wrestled in the match yesterday. I mean, he was in there maybe less than a minute.
Yeah, he's
the entire and Damian Priest fucking carried the entire match.
Yep.
And Dominic popped in and out, but yeah, it's
because they're setting his character up to be a Kmart ripoff of Eddie Guerrero. RACO.
oh yeah, I mean that's what they're trying, but I don't know if they're going to succeed.
No, because you can't replicate Eddie Guerrero.
Mm-mm.
But regardless, you have 10 teams, we'll say. So there's 10 teams for 3 belts. That's barely 3 people or 3 teams per belt. I don't know any of the NXT team titles or teams, so take away them. You still 10 teams. That's 5 teams constantly fighting for the 2 belts. Mm-hmm. It's boring. It's stupid. Whereas if you had one unified belt and you had 10 teams fighting for that belt and do a rotation of some sort, it would be so much better. Same with like the women's tag team division. That's a fucking joke. Still.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do like if I would be able to like change or have my way with it, I would have introduced a mid-tier card or mid-tier title for the women's division rather than a tag. Because you need, women for the tag team. Whereas the mid-tier do like a women's IC or a women's US or whatever. And now you can say, okay, here's our main women. And then here's our up-and-coming women who will replace the main card in the next 2 to 3 years. Mm-hmm. Whereas it's younger talent getting squashed by older talent. But now, in order to make the older talent hand the torch off, so to speak, they have to make the younger talent look good, which then makes the older talent look like shit, and there's no good way to do it without just coming off very badly. And a lot of the older wrestlers do not look good. They look like they're botching a lot of moves or missing a lot of spots. I'm not a wrestler, but that's just how it comes across when I'm watching TV. I was like, oh, you double stepped there, or you missed it, or you like stuttered, whatever. It's very noticeable when you're watching it from TV, and you're like, oh, okay, no, I have a feeling they weren't supposed to do that. So, just maybe. They need a mid tier. They don't need 2 women's again. Unify women's champion. Get a mid tier. There you go. You want 2 titles? Fine. You want tag team title? Fine. 1 women's title, 1 mid-tier women's title, and 1 tag team title. Done. There's your 3. Which would make more sense than how they're doing it now.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's also still a joke. So.
Yeah. It's we'll see. Things will change, things will happen. I don't know.
And then they'll get shit canned because Vince.
Probably. Maybe.
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 I have a better chance of winning the lottery than Vince actually producing a proper series.
It's true.
Just sad because I really could use the lottery winning. Be nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. I don't really have much else to go off of other than all these rumors and speculation I'm seeing.
I just like I said, I just saw some stuff tonight. I wanted to talk about it quick.
No, I know.
So
it'll be interesting to see what comes of these 2 lawsuits, though.
Yeah.
Because it's all about breach of fiduciary contract and agreement, and then the entire board / WWE has a breach of contract with him already because he came back after signing a contract saying he will never come back, or else he will lose whatever it was supposed to be. So again, the forefront for those are now all gone, except for Triple H, who's the only other board member that was on board with it. 3 of them got let go for bringing Vince back. One of them stepped away. Stephanie has resigned. Triple H is still there. So
for now.
yeah,
Yep.
he'll see it through WrestleMania, and he's gone.
Maybe we'll see.
I'm calling. I will show this video when I'm right. And he comes out the Monday after WrestleMania. He's like, "Hey, look, I know I laid my boots down at WrestleMania 2 years ago. However, I can't do this anymore. I have to step away, guys. I'm so sorry." And he has a perfect excuse too. He'd be like, "Look, my heart, just it's too stressful for me. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna step away from the company for a time and just be with my family."
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you, Triple H. Done.
One more match. One more.
He can't even do one more match.
Oh, I know.
That's like they originally supposed to have a plan for DX to have done one more match, and the only person who's clear to wrestle is Shawn.
Who looks like he shouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh, you were talking earlier this week about Road Dogg being fired. It's because he came into an interview, podcast interview, I think it was, and he was talking about him being fired. It's because of his conduct. And again, here we are, 2 years later, the same conduct that got his ass fired and in trouble back in 21, he is now repeating again.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's just, yeah. So he'll be fired soon too.
Yeah, the article that I read was reflecting back on when he was fired a few years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But he's repeating it right now.
I doubt it.
So he's not very smart. Then I saw Kevin Nash, saw an article about Kevin Nash. And he was joking, but not joking, like so many of us do. I didn't realize he just lost his son 12 weeks ago.
Yeah, his son died of some crazy shit. I saw an article. I don't know what.
I had to look the article up after I read this one because it was talking about how he went on an interview and they're asking him, how are you doing? He's like, today would be the 12th week since my son's passed away. And he gets onto this whole thing and he's like, there was 3 of us in the house and now there's 2. And it's not like the third person went on vacation or the third person's ever coming back. He's gone. He's gone. Now it's just me, my wife, and my gun. And hell, it may just be my wife soon. But don't worry, I'll leave a note. I'll do it right. And the interviewer was like, hey, you can't be saying that. You own a gun. That's not safe. He's like, I can say where the hell I want. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, it's my weapon. It's my gun. It's my
time flies when you got a gun in your mouth. I mean, time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. And he just goes off. I was like, oh my God. It was a gnarly. I had to go and listen to it when I was dashing this afternoon. Like, just to hear it, you can tell he's broken. Rightfully so, but he's so broken.
Oh, and yeah.
Because I was showing that to my wife, and she's like, well, what would you do? I was like, depends. Natural cause, I may come to terms with. Somebody caused it, I guess I'll be the pretty boy in jail. Like, I'm okay with it. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Really fucked up article though.
Yeah.
So, I was gonna share it with you, but it's like, no, it's fine. I'll mention it next week or whenever we do the Rumble podcast. I'll make it part of that. But
yeah.
I totally forgot about that. I remember it happening. I remember seeing the headlines. But I don't remember reading it as a problem. So having it come back up for that, it's like, oh, that's bad. Oh my God. What? All right. I'm getting tired.
All right.
I will catch you later.
Sounds good.
Hey, if this gets uploaded, I'll catch you on the next episode.
Well, all right.
What the fuck knows? All right.
All right, man. Have a good one. Later.
Oh, I'm good. I'm going to end it.